10 boundaries every girl must have. 10 boundaries every girl must have. Some women think boundaries are rude. I think not having them is why so many women are exhausted. These boundaries that I'm about to list to you are boundaries that I'm learning how to implement into my own life. Number one, access to me is earned. It is not automatic. What does that mean? Not everyone deserves your unlimited time, attention, or even emotional energy. Let me give you a real life example. Ready? I'm not available to talk right now. Can we catch up on next time? Oh, easy. Alright. Number two, I don't explain my boundaries to someone or to people who keep disrespecting them. What? Let's get into it. If someone keeps pushing after I said no, the answer after that isn't more explanation. It is just distance. 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 Me, you. Me gone. Not seeing me no more. Let's do an example. What you can say to somebody to let them know that this is your boundary and you want them to respect it. Example coming. I've already said no. Please respect that. See? Yes, these are the words, these are the sentences that we're going to be using in our daily life. Boundary number three, I don't chase explanations for inconsistent behavior. Thing is, we need to get is mixed signals. Is a signal. Yes, it is. Mixed signal is a signal. It's true. All right, let's use the example that we would use in our daily life after we've seen that someone is giving us mixed signals. This is what we would say. Instead of asking, why are you acting so different? You step back and observe their actions. You observe, you just watch. All right, boundary number 4. Are we ready? I don't stay where I feel emotionally unsafe. That's just it. Disrespect, passive aggression, and draining conversations. Like, what? I'm at the level where I need conversations to be leveling up my brain. I don't want to feel exhausted. I want to feel motivated, excited, and astonished by the time the conversation should end. You get me? Let's use the example when we see somebody doing this to us. I'm not comfortable continuing this conversation. We have to be ready to. What was I gonna say? We have to be ready. Yes, I got it back. We have to be ready to stand up for ourselves. Yes, and that is mostly setting boundaries. I struggled with standing up for myself quite a bit. Putting these boundaries in place are definitely going to make me feel a lot more comfortable with myself, and setting boundaries means I'm talking up for what I feel comfortable with. Yay! I think we all should try this. Point number 5. I don't exhaust myself trying to be chosen. What do we mean by that? Love or friendship doesn't mean that you're sacrificing yourself all the time just to prove that you are worth their love or their attention. You don't need to be performing all the time. Let's do this example. If you realize that somebody is doing this to you, this is what you can do. All right? This is what you can say. Stop over texting. And one thing, if them take days to answer, that's a for them business. Alright? Over explaining or overperforming for someone's happiness or attention. Got it? Stop. But all of this, you have to see that you're trying to do something a little bit extra, and you will definitely see where you need to grab yourself. All right. Boundary number 6. I don't tolerate disrespect disguised as honesty. And I don't do it to people either. Being real with somebody doesn't mean being cruel. You don't need to be mean. Got it? And when I'm being honest with somebody, I don't do it to hurt their feelings. I do it to bring about awareness. Alright? If somebody is trying to do this to me, this is what I'm gonna say. That felt disrespectful. Please don't speak to me like that. Or please don't speak to me that way. Got it? Let's move on. Hey, what's up? Alright. Boundary number 7. I don't make myself smaller to be liked. Nope. Boundary number 7. I don't make myself feel smaller to be liked. My needs, my likes, my presence are not too much. If you're someplace and you're realizing that you're feeling as if some Jamaican people would be like, oh, you want too much out of life. If they're being like that with you, you can say, you can still voice your opinions. You can still say what you have to say, believe what you believe in, and then know that you speak up even if it makes the room uncomfortable. You never know, you just might inspire somebody. That is just the truth. Alright? Speak up even if you make the room uncomfortable. Some people really need the shaking up. You never know. Boundary number 8. I don't stay in spaces where I constantly betray myself. If something repeatedly feels wrong, listen to your body. This I want to name follow your mind. Follow your mind. Follow your mind. You hear what I say? Sometimes, one instance, like, this is a real life example of mine. I went into the town with a friend from work, and she decided that she wants to cross the road. I decided that I'm gonna stay on this side of the road because it's the road that I feel as if I should be on. You get what I'm saying? When I stayed on that side of the road and I'm walking to where I can get a taxi to get home, somebody called me from a taxi. They shouted at me and said, hey. And you know what happened? The person asked if I was coming because there's space for me in that taxi. And I went into the taxi and I went home. If I had followed the urge to follow this friend across the road, I wouldn't have gotten my taxi to go home, and I really wanted to go home. And so I'm saying this to say, follow your instincts. Follow the first thought you had, because it works out better for you if you don't listen than if you don't listen, rather. The one I name follow your mind. Alright, and let's give the example. Leaving situations that consistently make you anxious or drained. I know I'd be very tired if I had continued with her across the road, but I didn't want to. I preferred walking straight down because it's a little easier for me. You understand? I didn't get extra drained or anxious even right there. I just prevented it before it could have happened. And that is what we want. We want to know that we are at a certain space, and doing such and such things is going to interrupt this peaceful mindset that we're on. We just have to learn ourselves. Right? Boundary number 9. I don't prioritize people who treat me as an option. Alright? Consistency matters more than intensity. Alright? Being consistent with communicating, treatment, all of that is better than doing it once in a while, intensely, so much. too much. Example that we can use: stop rearranging your life for someone who shows up only when it is convenient to them. All right. Boundary number 10: choose peace over familiarity. Peace over familiarity. I think I said it. I'm not gonna say it again. Not because something is familiar doesn't mean it deserves to stay. And I'm gonna say that again. Just because something is familiar doesn't mean it deserves to stay. We need to get that in. Alright? We need to get the example. So letting go of habits and relationships that disturb your peace. It's true. We just got to learn to let go. Some people will call this too much. And those are the people who have benefited from not having these boundaries. I love you. Take care, and I'll see you soon.